Dear students, as we discussed that there are a number of changes impacting recruitment and selection process, there are few changes which need to be discussed more. The one change is called as a technological changes, and the second changes are called as a marketing changes. First of all, we need to discuss the technological changes. Technological changes are quite emerging nowadays in the workplace. Before it, there were conventional methods of assessing competencies, but now conventional methods of assessing competencies are out of joint with the use of technology in the workplace. You know that each and every person in the organizations and in the universities are using technologies for doing their day-to-day tasks. The fact is that for many people now, especially the youngster, it is second nature to communicate electronically. You can see youngsters, they are using technologically more frequently than the older people. Everyone has a smartphones. They are using Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, a number of websites to explore their interest. So they are very comfortable with the use of a technology in the workplace as well as in the society. So, yet how often in assessment centers do we expect candidates to illustrate their personalities with low-tech aids like flip charts and handwritten essays when packages such as PowerPoints are freely available? You know, there was a time when the people were used overhead projectors. There was a time when most of the presentation were through flip charts, but now there is a paradigm shift and people are using electronic technology. They are using PowerPoint if they want to present something in the organization. And how many organizations use handout papers and pencil tests yet? There are very few, I think. Most of the organizations are trying to shift towards electronic assessment centers. When the organization could be asking applicants to complete tailored tests over the internet, this thing would be very common in the next few years, that most of the tests would be on the internet. Those tests would be more tailored, more customized according to the competency of the individual. So it would be more easy to test the individual's competency for the selection process. It's obvious that electronic realization of assessment device can deliver results which are outside the scope of paper and pencil instruments. Before there was a paper and pencil test, there was a one single test for each and every person who are appearing for the interview. But the technological devices are very common nowadays and they can customize the test according to the competency and abilities of the individuals. There are other advantages too of computerized testing. The computerized testing have edge on the paper and pencil testing. There is adaptive testing in the computerized system. That there is adaptive testing and the possibility of varying the items you administer to an individual according to what the provisional estimates of that individual ability at any one time. Say for if you are answering the difficult questions, you would get difficult questions in the next step. The higher the estimates, the tougher the next item. So it is very much relevant to the difficulty index. It is very much relevant to make the test tougher according to the competency of the individual. So it would help definitely the competent individual more. There is an issue of acceptability of a computerized testing. So acceptability of the computerized testing is very much important. How people respond to the computerized testing. This is very, very important. If people are not responding positively to the electronic testing, obviously you would not be able to give such kind of test to the individual. But there is a general conclusion seems to be that the people will respond very favorably to the computerized testing because this is an era of technology and each and every person, particularly youngsters, are quite comfortable with the technological devices. So if they are comfortable with the technological devices, they are more comfortable to attempt computerized based assessment centers. The computer-based test will provide more as much personal information as paper and pencil test. So you can customize, you can make it more personal, so you can get maximum benefit of assessment techniques. After the technological changes, there are marketing changes as well. there is a recruitment industry, and we would accept that we are part of it. We all are part of the recruitment industry. It includes the consultants, the HR consultants, and the test publishers who are publishing different kinds of assessment tests. The IT system developers, they have a biggest role in developing tests and conducting different kind of recruitment and selection processes. Then there are recruitment agencies which are helping a lot to the recruitment and selection process, and the headhunters, which are most of the time used for the executive hiring in the context of the organization. But the marketing hype which surrounds the various HR-related products on the market today is a problem, and therefore HR professionals will need to pick through carefully. So this is a big responsibility of HR professional to make marketing changes and act according to the marketing changes in the context of recruitment and selection.